Okay, thank you so much, at least for spending some extra time to wait behind. The reason why we call these separate meetings, they are just two. One, you know that sometimes in most of our societies, some people have culturally, they are not able to speak with men on issues of decision making. Then two, I also think that as women, we are special people. And you ask me why we are special. The reason is that for anything that is going wrong in a community, women tend to suffer the most. For instance, you have to prepare food for the home. If mining is not going well in a community, assuming where mining destroys the source of water, where it destroys the environment, you and the children will have to be the people to go far away to go and fetch water, to go and get food and other things for the children or fend for the homes. And in the course of doing that, the society also lost by way of either children not going to school or children go to school lately, that maybe by the time they get to school, some of the very early lessons would have been taken, early classes would have been taken. And what is also good about this is that you are the minors. So if community development is not implemented, just recount how much suffering that will mean for you people that will have to take care of the family. So that is why, because you are involved as minors, you should be the people that will be pushing the bar on mining responsibly, on ensuring that community development agreements are done in such a way that will benefit your community. So that's why I felt that it is good to talk to you. In my conversation with some members, it doesn't appear too much to me that you people are members of Miners Association. Am I correct? Are you members of Miners Association? Okay, if you are a member, what is your level of participation?
Our level of participation in mining.
In Miners Association as an organization?
Some of us, I would say some of us here are laborers, some of us are dealers.
Okay.
And many of us here are dealers because women cannot speak the way that men are speaking.
But they are very effective in the processing.
Yes.
Okay. So you mean at all ends? So
Why we women do here, we used to mine gold. Because we cannot mine this diamond, tantalite, because it's very hard to do.
yeah.
And the gold is very simple the way we are mining it.
Okay, now let's talk first. What are the major minerals you have here? Gold.
We have gold. We have tourmaline. We have tantalite.
Yeah.
We have quartz,
Okay.
white quartz.
White one, eh?
Yes. And we have the red quartz. And we have iron. I don't think that I will name all of them.
Okay. I also have a list from some other these things. Then all these are currently mined here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then I think I have been engaging with some of the challenges that women actually face with respect to
mining
even
sites.
in mining sites, also with respect to access to funds with which you do your business. And it would be nice to hear within the context of what brought us here, that's a community development agreement, as well as even how you can do your business effectively. What do you think you desperately need?
You know, before, we don't have the community agreement development.
Yeah.
But with the coming of Center LSD, now we, the women, we used to go and see the community agreement with the men. So with the coming of Center LSD, have made us women in mining to know what is mining
Yeah.
and to know how to mine.
Okay. So, in terms of, especially for those who are workers, because I saw, like you also have a union of
Yes.
mining workers.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And also, what form of interaction do you have with community people that are not in mining at all?
I have interaction with people, women that they are not mining. Because I used to visit them, you know, sometimes we women, we have gathering. If somebody have give a baby child, born a baby child, we go there. So I used to visit there too.
What's in interacting with them, what are some of the messages that are resonating with respect to what they experience that you can speak to?
In interacting with them, the aspect side that I'm hearing from them, you know, we women sometimes we are suffering because of our children.
So, are there specific challenges that they
Women
tell you
face.
they face?
Yes. You know, if you are sitting idle without doing anything at home, you are just waiting for your husband, you have a problem.
So, specifically, what are those companies that you know that currently pursue community development agreement here?
We have one BPM, and we have women in mining. We have Leadway. Leadway.
Leadway. Okay. No, don't worry. I know. So, are all those companies represented here?
Some of the women work with the companies.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Who
this
works
girl,
with
she works
BPM?
with the BPM company.
Okay.
Her father is the chairman of the BPM.
Is it the same man I was talking to?
Yes.
Okay. Can I ask a question? Hello? That company. No, it's a familiar thing. I'm not putting you on the hot seat. How many women do you have in your company that works there?
Should I give the answer?
Huh?
Should I give the answer?
No, I want to hear other people talk. How many women do you have?
6 women.
Huh?
We have 6 women.
You have?
6 women.
6. Okay.
One she's present here. She's working again.
Okay. Is that number plus you?
Yes.
Okay. What about women in mining? Let me ask. Are you mining here? Are you mining individually or you are mining as an incorporated body?
We are cooperated body.
So,
Because we don't have the capital that we are going to manage individually.
so you have women in mining as a company?
Yes.
Okay. And are you all, you are not all women, I guess, because you cannot dig.
Yes. But when you go to the sites, it's women that are much there.
Certainly. You do, I learned you do much of the processing work.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, some of the women can dig as a man.
I know now. Even women can beat men sometimes.
Yes.
I don't have to, my wife, they beat me. Oh. Why is it possible? You see my wife? It's very huge. Oh. But can I know something about the way you organize? Is it that you all have shares there? Do you categorize your shares? Or you contribute equally and all those things?
How you organizing now? If you have, now, we are buying per gram is 25,000 naira from labor.
Okay, it's at the level of,
Yes.
at the level of buying.
Yes.
Okay.
Gram is 25,000 naira from labor price.
The 5,000 are from?
A gram is 25,000 now.
Okay.
As a dealer, if you are a dealer, you buy 25,000 naira.
Okay. So, there's still a bit of what I want to understand. If you are buying per gram, from where do you get the money?
Sometimes we contribute.
And that's what I'm saying. When you contribute together, do you have everybody should pay this or everybody contribute according to your power?
Contribute according to your power.
So
What
when you are
we have,
sharing,
yes,
you
it's
also
what-
share according to how you
Yes.
contributed. Good. How much did you contribute the last time? 5K. Auntie? 6,000. 5,000.
3,000 contribution.
7,000. You know, you now, you have 2 jobs, so you are working for BEPEP. You are also contributing and investing. You get it? You know, you see, what I find very interesting is that you are doing hand holdings to grow together.
Yes.
And there is power in that, much more than if you were to take 5,000 and go and invest on your own. Have you ever heard of Esusu?
No.
People doing contributions.
Asusu. Yes.
Uh-huh. You know, it's called different names in Asusu, Esusu, Isusu. People call it different name. Adashe, then Adasi. It's all the same. It's all the same thing. You see, you are helping yourself with that, and that's how you grow till some of you will start having their own businesses. That one is very. I think I like that in you. But is there something? I want to talk more of community development now. That maybe from the experience in your community, what you think that your people need more. If, for instance, companies, you were supposed to help them. Tell me now. What did you say? No, me, I want equipment, okay. Uh-huh.
Step down for motivation again.
Step down? Okay. But I've just given you one now. You've not paid me. Any other? Auntie? If, as women in mining, what do you think, if somebody was to support you, what do you need most?
We need headpan.
That's equipment.
Okay, we keep waiting for the equipment,
Yeah.
Banjibai.
Uh-huh. Capital.
Yes. We not hear you.
No, I don't want anything that covers everything. I want them in detail.
We
Actually,
want to list.
actually, my side of the step down was actually like, if you need some training on how to do some this thing. Yes. And Auntie, you were telling me something. Somebody is talking to you, and the person is not allowing me to hear. I don't hear. Oh, that one a bedroom voice.
Yes.
Hello? But have you people been exploring this the Natural Resource Development Fund from the Ministry of Mines and Steel?
No.
Have you heard of that?
No.
You are regularly in touch with Janet Adeyemi, the president of Women in Mining.
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah, because she's my very good friend. She's my oga.
Okay, she's my other too.
We talk very well because I know of a Natural Resource Development Fund in Ministry of Mines and Steel Development. And now that you have a cooperative under Women in Mining, if you register it as a company, you can apply for that fund. That, for instance, some of the equipment issues you say you want now, you can then get that. Because it has a way of formalizing what you are doing, also allowing you to get even directly involved in mining and not just even in buying of stuff. You get it? So talk more to Honorable Adeyemi, because I see some group in Ebonyi State. they are doing that conversation, and you need that. If you do, all you need is to do that, you register with CAC, then you are now able to apply for such loans. I know women have also been complaining that they are not getting the money. They will fill all the forms, get all the things, but the money is not being released to them. But I'm sure if you have that conversation, let it be that Women in Mining in Taraba is also one of the organizations that is knocking the door for the money.
Okay.
So that when eventually they are giving, you will not miss out. It's not as if it's free of charge, it's a revolving loan.
No problem. Thank you, sir, for giving us advice.
Yeah. So, and I think that also you are in meetings with miners associations. Anytime you are holding your meetings and you are having your conversation about what to do for community, there is something you can help to do by way of talking more in support of your women in the community that are not into mining, so that they too can benefit, so that you can also help to lift them out of poverty. Because if you care only about yourself and they are poor, I tell you, you too, you are poor. But if they get out of poverty, it means that you are also helping others just as you are helping yourself. And what that then means is that the profit you are making, you cannot have opportunity of spending it. Because if you are not doing that, they will always be on your neck. Come and pay my child's school fees. Come and do burial for my father. Come and do, I have somebody in the hospital. Come and help me pay, because you'll be the only person that is rich in your family. And you will be taking all that responsibility. But if you help them to also grow too, financially, economically, it also reduces where you now spend your money on. So you need to also educate them on what to do and how to better grow together. In the same way you are holding your hands now to grow together. And a lot of you, especially the younger ones, there are much things you can do than the older ones can do. For instance, the younger ones that are not yet married can travel to attend programs outside and also get more experiences and also try. If you are linking up with Janet Adeyemi well, to ensure that you join other meetings, other states, to see what you can borrow from what is happening in those areas, so that you have a lot to gain. It's just some little conversation I wanted to have with you. You are not into competition with men. You just want to do your things well and also ensure that you enjoy what men are enjoying in the business. You get what I mean? And so it's not an issue of fight. You want to complement the efforts of each other so that more of you people can be lifted out of poverty. You can all both enjoy the good things of life. That is what it's all about. I think I am communicating clearly. Yes. But if there is anybody that have one thing or the other to tell me. So even at the level of the companies, when you are discussing about what is to be done for your communities, you now wear two caps. You wear the cap of a woman who always bear all the sufferings if the community is poor. Yes. Because it means you are going to be spending even the little resources you have in dealing with those poverty issues. The man can decide to move away and not bother about the children. But like you said, you are always after the children. You cannot abandon your children. So you have that role to play as the person who suffers if the community is neglected. And secondly is that you now have a role to play as a miner or somebody into mining business, because you need to also raise a family. So always put at the back of your mind the interests of women in that your community, how they suffer. So that when you are making inputs in the conversation where miners are taking decisions, whether as companies or as private individuals who are mining, about how to help the community, you are able to look forward into serious conversation like, we know if we do this, it's going to help our women in society. For instance, I was just giving an example yesterday, just when I was talking to the men, that if a company wants to build school, you should be the person that will be pressing that, yes, we need you want to build 3 classrooms. Why don't we just try to attach a small toilet to it? Because your girls, when they are under their menstrual period, they will need a hidden place where they can effectively, not that when the person is under menstrual period, he stops school for 5-6 days before she can go back to school again, because by then people would have learned something from school that they will now have to be struggling to catch up on. If you have such toilet, you too will also be saying that, yes, apart from the toilet, we need to have water access so that they can wash, clean up themselves very well. Okay? You, the women, are also the ones that are supposed to know that if you want to build a community hall like this, for instance, that when you were doing the staircase to come to the hall, that you need to have another place that is not stairs, that is just level, so that those who are handicapped, that physically challenged people, that cannot climb staircase, you know what I mean? They can crawl, and you know what I mean? For those who are used to this thing, let me show some examples. Sorry, can I do this? So this whole white place is a staircase, is that not? There is a way you can say, okay, since this is a staircase up to that side, can we just reserve this place? Let it be level, it climbs like this. So that if you have a cripple that will one day come to the stage to do something, or that will want to climb into this hall to participate in the activity here, that cripple can take here. So that it's not, you don't put that person under pressure to climb this thing. There are some that are even high. So that if you have children, because if you go outside there, that one is a bit high. If you have children, you set them to step the staircase small, so that children can climb easily. So these are some of the things that men, we don't think all those things because our sense, they one side. Now only women, they think far, deep into some of those things. And it's only women that can multitask, because if I want to build, I just want to build, that is what I'm. But women would think, what can meet the needs of this kind of people, this kind of people, this kind of people, you know what I mean? So that is why it is necessary that you people are at the center of this planning thing. You don't surrender it and say it's men's business. If you surrender it and say it is men's business, you are going to have it the way it will not favor you, the way it will not favor your children. Because, for every disability person, it's the woman that takes care of the child. So all those sufferings. So it means if they are going to a meeting somewhere someday, you have to follow the child to help carry the child to the stage. The time you would have spent or doing some other things, which if in the process of planning you have asked the men to take this into consideration, you can easily say, I know we planned that thing well, that you can climb the stage. You get what I mean? So that is exactly what I am trying to express. So a lot of things the women can do to complement the efforts of men in building a community. It is in that way that community grows. It is in that way that community develops. You get it? So how you respect those categories of people in your community also determines how outsiders respect you, and also determine how you achieve development goals. So that is why I particularly wanted to see you people and ensure that for every decision that is taken by the Miners Association and other group, you too join in arguing for things that will favor women. Because if you are arguing for things that will favor women, it means those women who bear the brunt of all the sufferings of negative mining will now also be lifted out of poverty, and their capacity will now be enhanced.